The next thing that we're going to do is we are going to alter the commands in our package JSON a little bit. And the reason that we are going to do this is that we want each of our network nodes to be aware of what URL they are currently on. For example, they could be on HTTP localhost port 3001 or localhost 3002 or localhost 3003 or so on. So we want each node to be aware of the URL that it is being hosted on. So in our package JSON, as a third parameter to each of our commands, we are going to add the node's URL. So our first node's URL is simply http://localhost on port 3001. And for our second node, we're simply going to copy this, and we're just going to change it to port 3002. For our third node, port 3003. Fourth node, 3004. Fifth node, 3005. And we're going to save this file. So now we have the URL of each node being passed in as an argument to the command we use to run each node. So we should have access to these variables inside of our file, just like we have access to our port variable inside of our files. So now we're going to go into our blockchain.js file, and we are going to say const current node URL equals process.argv at position 3. Now we should have access to the current node's URL by using this variable. And we want to assign the current node URL to our blockchain data structure by saying this.currentNodeURL equals the current node URL variable that we defined up here. Perfect. Now we also want our blockchain to be aware of all of the other nodes that are inside of our network. So on our blockchain data structure, we are going to say this.networkNodes equals an array. And in future videos, we are going to fill up this array with the node URLs of all the other nodes in our network, so that every node will be aware of all the other nodes inside of our blockchain network. Cool. In the next video, we are going to add a couple of more endpoints to our network node file. See you there.